Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Demikis, as always. We're going to talk about mobilization, Kunga, how we are going to free ourselves. As you can see, Simone de Beauvoir is saying that oppressor would not be so strong if he did not have accomplices among oppressed. Kigambo ekyo mukiwulidde? Kati tugende ku video yaffe eya Kunga, then tutandikira awo. Mwenna mbaaniriza mwebale kujja musharinge nga bane twogere ku kigambo Kunga tukiyingire tulabe engeri ki gye tusobola okweyamba. Tugenda kweyamba tutya? I'm looking for our video from Comrade. Where is my video now? Okay, this one. No. Morning, everybody. I'm looking for the video which is about Kunga. I can hear echo, please, in the background. I can hear echo. Turn off. Let's listen to this.
It is time. The time is now. And we have entered the ring. I say we have entered the ring and we are not coming out. We only await to raise our fist in victory. Because this is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Kati tusimbudde. I say kati tusimbudde. This is it. This is a battle between the past and the future. I say this again, this is the battle between the past and the future, between the old and the new, between slavery and freedom. This is the defining moment. So, I want you to know, Ugandans, that power is in your hands. And it is this time where you choose to trust that power in a person that you decide. This is a mission to freedom. I say this again, this is a mission to freedom, not a mere election. We are removing a dictator. Say that after me. We are removing a dictator, and we are doing this peacefully and constitutionally and legally because we know that our laws provide for that. If we were born and there was no constitution in Uganda, we would bow to slavery. But when I read the constitution, it guarantees all this. When I remember what President Museveni said when he was my age, he said, what do you do when a regime has closed all avenues of peaceful change? Well, we have an avenue of peaceful change, and we know the world is watching us. We are going to be free. I say we are going to be free. And now, very finally, I want to pay tribute to all the people that have been struggling, those that came before us, those that have lived before us. We are alive to the fact that we stand on your shoulders. We are alive to the fact that you inspired us to see the truth. And we call all upon you to stand by that truth. I want to respect Dr. Paulo Kawanga Semogerere. I want to respect Dr. Kiza Besigye. I want to respect Dr. Miriam Matembe and all other leaders who have paid the price in different ways. And of course, I want to salute all the comrades that have been murdered in cold blood in our pursuit for freedom. We stand by you. Your blood is still watering the tree of freedom. And I can guarantee you, comrades, wherever you lie, that we shall be free or we shall die trying to be free. I thank you for God and my country.
Hello, everybody, wherever you are. Thank you for joining me. Tusimbude, we are on the march. Today, I'm here to talk about mobilization. And the Kunga is our theme. Kunga is the method we are going to use to overcome the dictator. It sounds so simple. It sounds so difficult, but it's simple. It's about the simple methods that you can use to overthrow a dictator. Mwebale nnyo okuŋŋaana, mwebale nnyo okubeera wano. Naye tugenda kwogera ku kigambo eky'okwekwatakwata ffenna, twekwatekwate tusobole okulwanyisa nakyemalira. Kiwulikika nga kizibu, naye mu ngeri engeri bwe tukola obuntu buno obwa bulijjo, nakyemalira tumuggyawo. Amawulire ge nnina ga mirundi 4. Agasooka pulezidenti waffe omulonde Robert Kyagulanyi ali Tanzania n'ekibiina ekiwakanya oludda oluvuganya gavumenti. Mukyala we Babi Kyagulanyi agenda kutuuka mu UK olwaleero, naye ajja kwogera ku gundi omulimu gwakola okuweereza abaana. Kino takikola lwa bufuzi, ekintu ekyo kiruddewo, era bw'ogenda mu Demikiza ninayo video nga mukomparinga ne Janet Museveni. Kati kyali teyeeruddewo, si bya bufuzi. Amawulire amalala ge nnina, Matiya Kasajja mukwano gwange yawulidde omulanga gwe tuweereza, mwena gwe muweereza ogumusaba okulekulira, n'agamba tajja kulekulira, n'atukomekkereza tukimale mangu. Naye nakkiriza nti emisango mingi nnyo gy'akoze alemereddwa. Kaakati olunkole nti Matiya Kasajja limusiriza olina okulekulira. Amawulire ag'okuna, twalabye ebbaluwa nga kuliko omukono oguyinza okulaga nti Museveni asayininze, ataddeko omukono ababaka ba gavumenti basobole okulonda pulezidenti, ekibiina ekisinze ennamba. The news I have for you is about 4 news. Our president-elect Robert Kyagulanyi is in Tanzania with the opposition. Number 2, his wife Babi Kyagulanyi is traveling to UK today. He's got a meeting for Saturday. You should join. It's about issues concerning girl child. It's not political. Her child has been there for a long time. So please join Romford Road, Regency Hall. It's there. You can check on any platform, you'll find the information. And another information, Matiya Kasajja, my friend, had our calls for calling him to resign, and he passed a statement. He accepted he's made so many mistakes, but says he's not going to resign, and he won't ask people to keep quiet. But we are not keeping quiet. Further to our other announcement yesterday, we looked at the signing, whether Museveni is signing that the proposal for MPs to elect the president, those who have majority, should be discussed in the parliament and should go ahead. So with all that which is going on, 19 women, they die every day. 330 children, they die every day. Uganda, 21, they die in brutality. Ugandans, 21, they die in fatal accident. So Uganda is losing at all fronts. So we are going to talk about the word mobilization. Mobilization is about for you to gather, to find energy, to find ways of having a breakthrough. We can mobilize. And what I'm telling you today is about our Constitution, Article 29 and D. It says the freedom to assemble and to demonstrate together with others peacefully, unarmed, and to petition. So what I'm talking about, mobilization in Kunga today, is not illegal. It is legal. It is stipulated very well in our Constitution. We are allowed to assemble, we are allowed to join, we are allowed to mobilize, we are allowed to bring together ideas together so that we can be to overcome the problem we see as Ugandans, problem we see for Ugandans. Byenjogerako si byange, ne musimateeka mwekiri. Olunye agundi Article 29 kanyiririddi kagamba mwena bwe musinkana mu ddembe musobola okwegugunga ne muwaayo simanyi bwe ngenda kukiddamu naye nga kyenjogera kiri mu ssemateeka etukkiriza okuŋŋaana. Kati mobilization we tutuuse tugyetaaga. We have a dictator who is doing whatever he wants. We have a dictator who is not going to listen, who is not going to take he's not going to take any notice of our Constitution. But what do? What you do, you and I, we are going to talk about it. First of all, I would like to thank all Ugandans who want change. You are doing a great job. Regardless, we differ. We are never the same. others they are radicals, I'm not radicals, others they are in center, I'm in center, others they are lefty, others they are far right, and then lefty, and then extremist, and the others they are rebels. We are all the same. We want change, and we shall see those people who want change. So for that reason, we need to mobilize again within ourselves. Twetaaga ffenna ffenna okwekuŋŋaanya okulaba nti tulwanyisa ekizibu ekituli mu maaso, ate ekizibu ekyo nga tukisobola. Naye kiba kisinziira bw'obanga oyagala okukunga abantu n'obagera, olina always okufuna ensonga ebeera emu, ensonga emu ebeera emu. Kati ensonga yaffe eri emu, titwagala kujjako nakyemalira. We must always have one aim. There is always one aim. Tewabeerayo two aims. Wabeerayo one aim, ebisigadde objectives. Ebirala n'ogenda ng'obigera. Kati there is our aim is to remove a dictator from Uganda, and we shall not accept whatever they say. But how do we do it? We need to mobilize. So first of all, you have to identify. You must have an aim. Second, you need to identify. I don't want to spend too much time, so I'm not going to go into A to Z, but these are my key points. The number one, you have to identify their strength and weakness. So in Uganda, what is the strength for NRM, for a dictator? His strength, it is the military, it is the money, it is the media, it is the judiciary, it is the corruption. All those key points, once you identify them, you align. How are you going to tackle the UPDF? How are you going to tackle the money? How are you going to tackle the media? How are you going to tackle the judiciary? How are you going to tackle the corruption? Bw'obeeranga onoonya okwekunga, okwegatta, okulwana ne mugamba nti mulwane, olina okulaba omulabe wo kiki kyalina mu buzito, kiki kyalina mu bunafu. Bwe tulaba NRM eyimiridde ku biso, eyimiridde ku byakulwanyisa, bajaasi, ssente, kutubba ssente, amawulire gonna gakutte, ebyobulamuzi byonna ebikutte, enguzi zizo zigize, kubanga enguzi buli wazikkiriza abeera mu buyinza. Kati n'olaba nti what is their weakness? There is one weakness which is major. They don't have support. They don't have people power support. And that is our main strength, that they can attack, they can prison people, they can kill, they can do whatever they want. Naye, our main strength is people power, which is in our constitution, chapter 1. People power is our strength that we need to fight, we need to use, we need to gather, we need to galvanize, we need to tell the people, we need to raise awareness, we need to kunga. Tulina ekintu kye tulina ffe bo NRM kye batalina, ffe tulina amaanyi g'abantu. Amaanyi g'abantu yenze naawe, tewaliiwo muntu mulala. Tulina okumanya ebintu bino bifaanana bitya. Kakati ffe ku maanyi g'abantu ge tukozesa, emmundu tesobola kulwanyisa maanyi g'abantu. Ssente esobola okulwanyisa, naye bw'oba oyagadde tesobola girwanyisa. Amawulire tegasobola kulwanyisa maanyi g'abantu. Mulaba nti baprintinga ebintu byonna ne tubiwakanya, ne tubikuba wansi. Mulaba nti Jaaji Owiro yali alimba nti kabaka waffe yagenda mu gundi, naye byonna ekyo ne tukiwakanya. Ekyogundi, ekyobulamuzi nakyo tujja kiwakanya. Tulina ba lawyers bangi mu NUP. Ekyenguzi ekyo kyo nakyo tulina kubanga tukyogerako. By the way, IMF eri Uganda. Yabadde Uganda okuva jjo egenda kumala ennaku 7 ng'ekebera Luther Chen, Minister of Health, sente ze beewola baaziwola batya nga tebannabateera guli omunyago omulala. By the way, IMF is in Uganda. We've started yesterday until 17th. They are looking on accountability, how our money was spent that they borrowed from IMF. So Luther Chen is in hot water. So we should be posting a lot, something to do with Luther Chen, to put her on the back seat, Minister of Health. We should review the houses, the flats of Diana Twine. We should review there is no hospital services. We should show IMF that Ugandans are suffering. As I speak, they are in Uganda now looking on what happened to the money that they borrowed. So when we identify and strength, then we have to look at the barriers. Barriers, tuzisanga singa otunula. This is what the barriers they are.
No, arrest me too. Arrest me too. Arrest me too.
No, we are going with our team.
Arrest me too.
RPC.
Are you the RPC?
Yeah, he's there.
Yes. Why are you killing us? Why, Mr. RPC? Why are you doing this? No, you blocked the main road.
Okay? First wait. First wait.
No, my friend. You are acting like a criminal.
Now, first wait. And we go. And you go the rally.
Look. No, you blocked the road. You are blocking the road. You are Mr.
Now, you always identify the barriers on the way. The barriers as we have for now, we have got RDC, we have DPC, we have RPC, that was illegal. We have got all these DC that Museveni has made monsters, that they stop us in the villages. They are not in the villages. These are the people who intervene. These are the people who stand between our convoy and say, you are not going to Amoro, you are not going to wherever, you are not going to this. These are the people. Do you remember when they stopped Robert Kyagulanyi and on the campaign? So we have to identify them, that what do we do with these people? Because these are the people who stop. Fortunately, Robert Kyagulanyi knew these people. Was it Mwesigwa, Asimwe, Iriga, and all these people were known to him because they were hounding him. It is important to identify these people on the way when you are going to Kunga, because these are the people who are going to step in the way. These are the people who are going to intimidate the people you want to follow you, especially the villagers. So as you go on, you have to build on. When you build on, you talk about tactics. I'm not going to say the tactics here, but they are tactics which don't change. Obukodyozo obukodyobo butya ng'omaze okulaba bano banna ssente banaba RDC bannaki abantu bano mu kyalo tebagenda bakuba tebagenda batiisatiisa. Olina okuteekawo obukodyo obusinga akasinga kati ffe aba people power ke tukozese ennamba nga nnene bakuba. Buli kimu tukozese ennamba, kola live, kola tweet, kola buli kimu kyonna tukozese ennamba. Ennamba eri tetugirinda lunaku luli, tugirinde leero, tugitandike kati kunga. One of the tactics is like we have to overwhelm them, regardless what we want. In all possible means, we have to overwhelm them. We have to join social media flooded. We have to join everything. We have to overwhelm them. And that is when mathematics come into play. That we start thinking, our strategists will know that people in Lusakara Mesa, they are 20,000. How are we going to overwhelm these people? And we find a way we can drag them in our patch. So when you want to use tactics, these are the key points. There must be a time management. We must think about that time. What time have we got? Do you want to go to 2026? How many years have you got? You don't want to go to 2026? So what should you be doing? Otuula butuuzi bw'oba toyagala 26 kati otudde butuuzi, ekitegeeza that is now. Kati time ebiseera bijja nnyo ng'obadde otegeka okwekunga, ng'obadde oyagala okukunga abantu. Bw'obanga oyagala okukunga abantu, olina okuteekawo ebiseera. Ogenda kukunga abantu, ekintu ky'oyagala kya mwezi, kya lunaku lumu, n'abantu okubategeeza nti kino ekintu kye tugendamu si kyakuzannya. Tugenda mu kintu ekigenda okubeeramu, oba tugenda kulwawo vidiyo gye nsoose okubagira okubazannyira egamba tugenda kufa nga tugezaako, oba ne tulina okukikola tusimbudde. These are the things that we need to know. The time limit, time scale is so important. And then we need to prepare in advance. You don't just go and start something at that moment. Tulina okubeera nga tulaba nti weetegeka so si nti kikuguddeko. Kati tulina nti tufunye programu Babi Kyagulanyi agenda kukyala e London, ekintu kibaddewo nga bakiranga in advance. We must always prepare in advance. Ate ne tactic endala, we must be, sometimes we can be diplomatic, sometimes we can be formal, Labada style, or monkey style, or cyber style. So our tactics zijja tuyamba, obukodyo bwaffe bugenda tuyamba, obukodyo obwo tubukozesa tutya nga tetunatuuka ku bukodyo buli obunene bwe tugenda okutrackinga abantu. We have to go for these big wigs. Omukyalo ono agenda n'akugamba dictator tayinza kubeera muzibu, bamuyita Simoni Dibwa, agamba dictator tasobola kubeera muzibu, okujjako ng'afunye abantu abamuyamba. This is all along I've been talking about until we have to cut the branches. People like Matia Kasaja have got to be cut the branches. Branches is not tuzijjawa. Tugende into that cabinet. NRM has got 83 ministers. Naye alina ate ab'oku cabinet bali 31. Londayo omu tumwesibeko. Tufune information about these people. Eventually, we will wear them down. When we are saying overwhelm, if Nina goes for a chain, I'll go for Matia Kasaja, then Fred will go for Lumbuye. Abantu mwenna mugenda mulonda, kwatono. Eventually, the branches will be cut. Kati tulinayo another branch which is supporting him. As we can see, Museveni, we need your academic papers. Who are these people we need to identify? EC is number one. Tulemeseza Museveni to academic papers. Kubanga Persons Act is there, but they are responsible to ask for academic papers. But you better gonna checking over a meeting Persons Gundi Act information. Oba Munayuganda, oba yazalibwa Uganda. Kati be bantu bano tulina, we have to go for them in a style. And then we have to go for, kati this is just like a tracking the masters. When you want, this is an old paper, I had it a long time. You need the masters to track them. We need to get these masters. Bwe tubanga tukunga, tukere, kakati ekituyambye, nti faba NUP, this is what we have. The people power. Mulaba omuliro gwali gukutte. Nenfufu neyimuka nekola etya. Our abantu mobilization, we have the numbers. But we have to think about who are these people. Abajja, do they vote? How can we get them on our side? How can we get them when time for Kunga comes? Bannayuganda, twolekedde ekiseera ekizibu ennyo nga bwe mukiwulira, ekiseera ekizibu ennyo until we mobilize within ourselves. Nabagamba tusookere within ourselves, we unite, we like each other, we support each other. There is no longer time to boycott a choto. There is no longer time to boycott any blogger. Omuntu ajanga ayogera to the change, that there is no time. Abagamba nti eno sigenda kukiwuliriza, abano sigenda ba, ebyo mubiveeko. We don't have that time. It's no longer time to boycott. Now our main tactic yino is into the public. Maybe kambagambe kati this woman tumumanyi fenna. This is the woman atula ku ICC ku EU buli kimu. This is the woman who lets Museveni off, and we need to go for her all the time. We should never stop. We should treat. This is the woman who decides the things in the ICC, in the EU Commission. Tulina okuwandikira ICC nti ono omukyala is affiliated to Museveni. It's not allowed. Ono ne tuwandikira EU nti omukyala ono ali affiliated to Museveni. So we have to cut these big wigs. But then this is our main tactic. And I am one of those people about meeting a UK shadow foreign minister. Naye yatugamba ekintu kyasinga otugamba yatugamba twesibe ku kintu kya human rights. Nali nkitegeera naye saakitegeera nnyo. As we stand for now, this is our main tactic. They cannot run away. They cannot deny. They can deny. But as we speak, human rights groups zivuddeyo. Mwalabye amawulire. The Times gayogedde. Guardian gayogedde. Human rights yayogedde. Mwawulidde Kalayije ngaze mu parliament okwerwanako n'agamba tebabonyaabonya abantu tebalina na safe houses. Kino kyekinyuzi njagala okubabuulira. Olunaku olwo mukama waffe lwe yagenda e Switzerland lwe lunaku lwe yatukubira akajje. Yeene ensonga gye tusobola okwogera abantu abalala bonna ne bawulira. Bwe tubanga twekunge muffe tugenda kukola tutya? Sente tugenda kuzijjawa? Tutandikirawa? Tutandika ddi? Ani mukulembeze? Tutandike tutya? Abantu tugere nabo tutya? Tuwenye tutya poliisi otugwamu? Twewonye tutya bannaffe abatulyamu olukwe? Ebintu ebyo byonna zigenda kubeera obukodyo bwaffe. But this is the day that our president opened the door. This is the day that he is making NRM straight, NRM government, because there is a lot connection to violation of what? Human rights. There is a lot to connection what happened in our election, and they can see the whole world. They can see they are trying to bring Muhoozi in, but who was in charge of the special of SFC? That was Muhoozi. And if they stay over his head until there was gross abuse of human rights, he's going to be apprehended in Hague. So NRM doesn't want to do that, and that is where they are now. That they are sweating, they don't know how to get away from this. Saying Photoshop, it doesn't help, because Kakwensa, the photo says himself, Alexander says, all these people who have been tortured, this is a sticking point that we have to stick on. Wherever we tweet, we have to talk about this man. Wherever we go on the social media, we have to talk about this day. We have to talk about the 4 conditions. Remember those 4 conditions is to stop funding brutal government, is to stop dealing with a dictator, is to stand on the right side, is to apprehend those who were involved in torturing people, to bring them to justice. Those are the 4 conditions that we should be banging on. That day we should never forget. This is the day that NRM doesn't want people to talk about. This is the photo that NRM doesn't want to see, because it means volume. Because now they have seen the victims of torture, Kakwensa. They have seen Robert Kyagulanyi, the leader who was leader of our election campaign, but they have seen him in person. Bino ebintu bye yayitamu. Wakanda big.
Arrest me too. Arrest me too. Arrest me too. No, we are going with our team. Arrest me too.
RPC.
Are you the RPC?
Yeah, he's there.
Yes. Why are you killing us? Why, Mr. RPC? Why are you doing this? No, you blocked the main road.
Okay? First wait. First wait.
No, my friend. You are acting like a criminal.
Now, first wait. And we go. And you go the rally.
Look. No, you blocked the road. You are blocking the road. You are blocking our.
Now, ebintu ebyo mbiwulidde nti that is what happened on that day. So, sorry. That is what happened on that day that they intervened. They were stopping him going wherever he wanted. So mobilization is a big word. Mobilization is basic. We have to go by basic. How do you mobilize people? How do you Kunga people? Is what we have to look on. But before you start the implementation, you have to look at the key points. What are your weaknesses? What is your what? He has got money, access to money. We don't have money. So how can we mobilize? Can we open up groups? Can we open up that every month people will contribute £10? Can we ask other people, funders? Can we ask businessmen people to come on our board? This is why sometimes it's very important to speak different languages. I'm glad I saw on a Choto International, they have got a comrade speaking Runyankore. Thank you very much. And all the other people I've seen on Freddie Rumbuye, people speak your language. We need to cut across and reach out to everybody, because when investors they come, you need to speak their language. President waffe kyekiwaaki yatugamba agenzi Geneva kwogera Luzungu. Kati we need to speak other language. Whichever way we speak it, it doesn't matter. But somebody will pick up a word than having to have an interpreter. Somehow, somewhere, if they want, they will listen and they will get what we are speaking. So we have to look at how are we going to get the resource? How are we going to get the money? How are we going to get the people? Well, how are we going to get the posters? How are we, people like they are in a moral campaigning for our candidate, for our moral candidate. So how are we going to kunga people abantu? What sort of confidence gyetugenda obbawa baleme okutya nga amasasi gaze ne tear gas? Once you show people your plan and strategy, abantu ebawa confidence. Kasita obalaga ki gw'otegese otya n'obagamba exit we singa batuyiikira ffenna tugenda kugwa wansi, tewali avaawo. Lalakin tewali avaawo. Singa batuteekamu amasasi tugenda kukola tutya? Singa batusiba ennaku 2 ogenda kukola otya? Singa oyagala okugenda mu toilet ogenda kukola otya? Preparation in advance. Ate sometimes it's better okuyitamu ebintu byonna nga bwe bigenda okuba. You have to envisage and go through the whole scenario. How is it going to happen? Now we know that NRM, they're going to surround you. They're going to come with 4 trucks and they're going to have maybe 20 police people. So they're going to use tear gas. They're going to fire bullets. They're going to whatever, beat people. So you have to envisage. Kati nga oluusi bwe tugenda mu kintu ekinene, we have to envisage. They will turn off electricity, they will turn off the internet, they will put our leaders under house arrest, they will compromise everybody, they will intimidate. How do you go over that? You prepare in advance. If you know they are going to put our leaders into house arrest, then those leaders, they shouldn't stay there. If you know they are going to cut off the internet, then have VPN. If you know they are going to bag your phone, then you have some other phone gadgets. Have power bank on you, because when power runs out, you cannot. We saw our comrades posting when they were in the van, when they were being failed from Kalangala to Masaka. So we need to prepare in advance what could have happened. Your home, let people you are living, your family you are living, tell them, give them a clue. Whenever I'm going, I have to tell people, I have to write the postcode where I'm going. I've learned so much that I'm working for a group, that this group is on mobilization. They are doing things in advance, even if they don't wait for any incident to happen, but they will organize something, the activity, to make sure that they talk about that issue. And then, but it's a lot of work. The work they have to do is to make sure they recruit people like me. I'm not a mobilizer, I'm not part of their agenda, but I have to be there. I have some work to do. So how do you get all this? The leaders, they should be well looked after. Look after their kids, look after their wherever, shamba boys, their servants. So we need to mobilize. When we mobilize, it's going to be easy. Every Ugandan is called to Kunga. Every Ugandan, you are welcome to mobilize. Everyone, whatever you are doing is working. For me, I'm not being put down. For me, if people they think I'm not doing enough, I'm doing enough whatever I can. Any little thing helps. Ekyo ekintu tukimanye. Any little thing helps. Tulina okubeera nga ffenna eno si essaawa ey'ogamba gundi simwagala, eno si essaawa ey'ogamba kino nze si essaawa ey'okulondamu, wabula tulina okubeera nga tuyimusa amaloboozi gaffe ne tugamba abantu ensonga eri mu ddiiro nti baagala okukwata mu ssemateeka naye baagala okukola ekintu bwe kiti, naye ssemateeka agamba bw'ati, akawayiro bwe kati kagamba bwe kati, naye ate ffe maanyi g'abantu constitution ssemateeka ekugamba lwanirira ensi yo, tokkiriza kugitwala, yimirirawo ensi yo ebeere nga gwe wennyini gw'oyimirira kubanga ensi yo. Bano abakulwanyisa ab'emmundu bagenda ne bakufuula nti oba gwe tofaayo, bagenda ne bakufuula nti gwe oba toli w'amaanyi, bw'otyo bw'owulira nti oba ensi si yo. Abasajja batujooze nnyo, naye mu ngeri endala gweremerako, tulemereko, tugaanireko, naye tweyongere bannaffe, ate bannaffe abatulimu tetubagoba, tetubavuma, tujjukire ebinyiiza abantu, tujjukire ebimalamu abantu amaanyi. Abantu abasinga balina emitima minafu, nze osobola okunyiiza n'omumalamu amaanyi, naye within 1 minute nga nedda ekigendererwa kyange kujja kunakyemalira. Naye abantu abalala bagamba oyanyiizizza ekintu kankite. Twetaaga muwendo, tulina okunoonya omuwendo mu buli ngeri yonna. Pamukawa agamba, so I have 200 friends who don't share same interest as me, kuba sibalabawo. Oyo class monitor akuba emiggo. William, very important points. Thank you, William. Thank you, Jojo. Kati Kunga tugikozenga theme yaffe, tetukyanoonya kintu kirala. Time tetukirina. Essaawa eno twetaaga Kunga. Yogera ku nsonga ogambe nti ssemateeka waffe bamutyoboola. Yogera ku nsonga nti yadde ababaka aba NRM muli bangi temuteekeddwa kukola kye mwagala. Yogera nti bannayuganda amaanyi galimu mmwe. Ffe twesibe ku chapter 1 ebirala tubireke. Bannaye temulaba nga nnyumye, ono nno yanyiriziza bamuyita Vianney Bash. Mugende ku mukutu gwe, ebintu bino yabikola, mulaba byonna nze kati neetegese ndi mu lutalo, ngenda nange mu Kunga, ndi mu lutalo. Kati abaana abo tubawagire tubajjeko tubajjeko ekintu kiri bambi ekyokusaba ekyokukola ki, naye muwagire ku mirimu, n'abalala batandika okuyiiya balabireko oyo nti Bashi yakola ebintu bwe biti byatuuka n'eno, nange ngenda kuyiiya ntandika okukola engatto. That is what we want. As we mobilize, you have to remember we have to emancipate ourselves. Tewali agenda kuyamba. No one is going. We have to do it. We have friends, but those friends, they will come. Friends, they don't come when you are stacking up. Friends, they come when good things they are coming. Friends, they are never there when you are in hard times. No one is going to help us. No one is going. Yes, erinnya liiryo Pam alitaddewo Vianney Bash. Mugendeyo mumulabe yakola obwambalo buno obw'omulembe ennyo. Nina obwambalo obungi tebuggwayo, nja kuba nga mbakyusiza, nange kati ndi wakabi nnyo. Ndi wakabi nnyo, ndi Demi owakabi ennyo. Kunga tubeere oluusi n'obugumiikiriza, ate tubeere bangu, ate tubeere naye waliwo barriers muffe ezitulemesa. Abantu babeeranga abagenda okusituka mbu ate temusituka. Abantu babeeranga abalaba ensonga enkyamu nti ebintu bino Buganda egenda bubi bagikozesa, ate abantu abalanga bagamba mukakkana ate Obuganda temumbukira. Ate ng'ekintu kyonooneka. Kati kyekiringanga e Uganda, Museveni ayonoonye Uganda, abantu babanga abagenda okusituka ng'ate abantu abalala bagamba mbu ate Museveni mumuleke, mbu ate abeerewo, mbu ate mukale. Ebintu ebyo, those barriers, we have to identify those barriers on our side and on our oppressor. So get the tactics ez'omunda. Naye we need to identify these people. Abantu nga Balamu tubatunuulire. Balamu batugamba alina ennyumba e Masindi. Balamu kati yali mu kintu ekyokutuleetera muhoozi. Balamu naye tumutunuulire. Andrew Mwenda tumutunuulire. Bantu ki bano baataddewo? Bano bapokopoko bawololo abo twabakutte mudda. Abo bo baagiza abo bammawo yatuwa 2 years takyaliyo. Kati we need to mobilize again and again. Kunga egenda tuyamba. Kunga appeals. That word is what we are going to use. Don't come up with other things. Ono yakola kunga yakola. Gwe kati kola ekikyo. Kunga kubira ab'okukyalo leetayo abantu bataano. Leetayo abantu bataano. Nze maze ebbanga ddene nnyo okuva Museveni lwe yajjanga muwakanya. Naye nali sivangayo naye Nina ye yandeeta. Nina akulemesa bannaye. Nina ndoozanga yakwagalidde omusajja omugwa omuvaaku. Nina yamala over 1 year ntambulira. Nina nankooya nankubira amasimu. Ate bwe yamala okundeeta n'abeera nga nkubira bunaku gwe wandiika beeraawo wandiika amabaluwa ate oba ogamanyi gira ki gwe kati osirise okoze otya ebintu bino bikole wandiika amabaluwa ng'amanyi nti ndi ku Twitter bansiramu eri abakulu nga mulagako wandiika kola otya kakati gwe osirise okola otya Nina akulemesa Nina baaba mbulira abantu mumutya Nina akulemesa akwesibako kati mubeerenga Nina akulinnyirira takuta mubeerenga n'abalala mwebali bantu baffe bangi Faustin Masaba Nina ye yamuŋŋamba nti bw'omuwa ensawo bw'ati togita era Faustin Masaba has proven to be like that naye comrade kati tubeerenga abo abantu embwa tesuula gumba nze bwe nneeyita tubeere abantu ng'abo ba Fred Lumbu yabagamba Museveni nkwepikira jangu omu nkwepikira kati baabo tebamukubye ekigo Museveni adduse Bobi Wine adduse ne Fred Lumbu bamukooyeza Bobi Wine amukooyeza ate abaali awo nga Fred amugirayo ebyabadde mu State House ng'anywa akacaayi Museveni akooye Bobi Wine awangudde Museveni akooye yali agamba tajja kuwaayo obuyinza naye for now kati bwe tutuuse agamba obuyinza abutadde kivudde kweki Bobi Wine yagamba ebintu byonna mbiresse naye I rather die trying kakati awo Museveni ye yali tafunangako muntu bw'atyo abadde amanyidde bali abajja every 5 years ne bagenda mukala naye Bobi yamugamba nze byonna mbirindiridde amusazizaamu emirimu asazizaamu buli kimu yagamba I will die trying kati tusimbudde mwoba bannayuganda muli kikuki ffe tusimbudde let us mobilize within each other tujjukire mobilization si bivumo mobilization si kuyomba mobilization is about enthusiasm. We control ourselves. We stay within ourselves, but it is hard work. It is 24-hour job. We have to think of more tactics. Tujja kugenda ku ground nga waliyo tactics ze tugenda okozesa zomba nga abaana ba Palestine. Tugenda ku ezo tactics ze tugenda kuzoogerera wano. Naye ekisooka to identify our enemies, weakness and strength. Ku kyalo tetugenda nti big picture tutunuulire ku kyalo lusaka lwa mmese waliwo ka police kamu waliwo aba NRM tubakole tutya bana abantu kakati abo mobilization ku ground ku kyalo let us mobilize kunga funayo abantu 10 bw'oba tubafunye babiri tandika jjukira nti 1 + 0 is 1 1 + 1 is 2 naye toyagala 1 - 1 ofune 0 we must always add up we must always be patient we must know if we persist people they will come I'm telling you we persist people they will come we need to mobilize don't be disheartened just whether disheartened whether people they are or whether a small number is watching me the video people they will watch them they will share them the video will stand kati we have to mobilize we have to kunga tulowooze ku smaller tulowooze ku bintu tulowooza nti tulina kunga nga batuwadde ssente what is money Museveni ssente mulemi wuuyo awandiika kati asayininza agenda yasayininza agende yakugamba nti ajja kufiira ku ntebe Museveni tagenda kufiira ku ntebe nga bwe yali agamba yasayininza agenda Bobi Wine amutadde ku muliro Museveni is going do you remember that song agenda yes he's going he's signing off naye if he thinks he's going to run away to be accountable no way constitution egamba powers cease when you step down as a president ako Museveni nkakusomera ate okamanyi bulungi nnyo kamanyi bulungi nnyo, when you step down as a president, constitution yaffe bwegamba your powers cease and your protection, your immunity, awo tugenda okutwalira mu kagule ne mutabani wo naye ajja kukutwala. There is no way round this. I secure people power, no one can underestimate, because it's only about Uganda, but Africa, the whole world. That's it. Bannayuganda mwenna mbaagala nnyo, mbeere bulungi, mukama wange abaweewo omukisa. Naye Kunga for Uganda, mobilize for Uganda. We can do it and we shall do it. It is only we who can do it. Contribute to echoto@gmail.com. Genda ku PayPal, bw'oba akantu koyagala otuwaayo, no problem. $1, half a cent, anything, direct debit, anything. Nze okubeera wano nina bannange abasasula era mbeebaza nnyo. Nze nzija ne njogera bwogezi naye basasula ssente per month. So your donation is highly welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for sharing. We appreciate and thanks very much for your time. Mukama waffe abakuume.